adds he vows to refuse federal monies and try to impede legislation. Kate Cochran says lack of specificity. McDaniel replies in parentheses, what are Mississippi values? Kate Cochran says lack of perspective. And McDaniel adds in parentheses, how does he believe for one moment that a junior senator from the poorest state, basically saying, how do you, well, this is her remark. She asks, how does he believe that he will not want his family to live in the D.C. area? And she adds that it's his lack of wisdom. She says that he relies solely on Jesus, the Constitution, and common sense. And he adds, well, isn't that a good thing? So her problem is that he likes Jesus and the Constitution. So he tweeted that out. He made a little meme with it. He added a response, and then he put hashtag thank you, Kate, hashtag who's ya daddy. And he did that wrong. You're not supposed to put an apostrophe in there, but whatever. He relies solely on Jesus, the Constitution, and common sense. And Thad Cochran's people are screaming, attack, attack. Now, if you did not want your daughter to be addressed by your opponent, maybe you would make sure that your adult, very progressive daughter who campaigned for Barack Obama would shut up. Right? I don't see how this is an attack. How desperate are you to try to make that up? It's not an attack. So does she think that anybody who relies on Jesus, the Constitution, and common sense is bad? He asks, how is that bad? How is that bad? I don't understand that. Am I missing something here? Which is completely rhetorical. No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, that Senate campaign, or that Senate competition, that election tomorrow. So far, apparently I've heard of something like 700 fraudulent registrations in an area that only had 300 registered for the last primary. Thad Cochran is trying to desperately reach out to inner city voters. He wants to reach Black Mississippi voters because he fears that he's going to be in for some pretty tight results. And I'm surprised that he hasn't screamed about voter integrity yet or voter fraud or something like that, because after some of the remarks from Cochran's campaign and the Republican Senatorial Committee, the Senate Conservatives Fund, which is run by Ken Cuccinelli, and then True the Vote, which is run by Catherine Engelbrecht, were a little bit concerned about Cochran basically cheating his way to victory. I don't think he would be aware of it. It would be his people. So they're sending poll watchers. Have you ever heard of conservatives having to but ask for help from poll watchers to monitor election integrity because of Republicans? So they're bringing poll watchers in because they don't trust Cochran's people. Cochran, who doesn't even remember when he's being interviewed. That story from Molly Ball in The Atlantic, where he turns around and keeps introducing himself to her an hour after she interviewed him. That's elder abuse, the fact that he is still running. It's elder abuse. He is ancient. He is a fossil. I'm not being ageist. I'm saying a guy who has been in office for longer than you've all been alive, than all of us have been alive, that's kind of a problem. It's not supposed to be a lifelong career. This is exactly the problem. I'm get tired of seeing the same dudes. So I was, you know how you're always told that your mailbox is you can't mess with the mailbox because it's federal property and it's a felony if you mess with the mailbox. Well, identity thieves don't care about that at all. In fact, identity thieves have been specifically targeting mailboxes because they get that super sensitive information is put into mailboxes, something that allows them to steal a person's identity, your bank statements, your tax stuff, your medical records that have social security numbers on them. All somebody has to do is root through your mailbox and they can get some of this stuff. This is why it's so important to be proactive where it concerns your identity. You need to protect it like you would your home or your car, and you can do that with LifeLock. The genius of LifeLock Ultimate is that it goes above and beyond what credit monitoring actually alone cannot do anyway. They relentlessly will protect your good name. They do with me and my bank accounts, all of that. Look, you don't have to change your life. You just need to help protect yourself. And you can do that with LifeLock Ultimate. Visit LifeLock.com now. Enter promo code Dana. or call and mention Dana to save 10% off of your LifeLock Ultimate membership. Call today. 800-570-0701. That's 800-570-0701. Network does not cover all transactions.
This is The Dana Show.
Listen up, forefathers.
Talk lines are open now at 866-455-9797. This is The Dana Show.
Coming up, I'm going to get into the 12 most competitive Senate races in the country. And the UN video that tries to compare domestic violence to picking your nose or having bad fashion sense. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Let's kick it into headlines, though, in the meantime.
With all the news that is news, it's the Dana Show headlines.
Yeah. Audio soundbite. Audio soundbite 25. Here's the deal. Do you like Robin Thicke? I can't stop thinking of his dad, Mr. Seaver. Kane.
Yeah, Alan Thicke.
What was that show called? Family something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not Family Ties, but it's something else.
No, I was a little kid when it was out. Gosh, what was it called? The Seavers.
Right.
Michael Seaver. And that other chick that was with him.
Something
And
about
then that
life.
little boy who was his brother.
I
I just remember he had a permed mullet. The Kirk Cameron. What was it called? Oh, anyway, I can't think of the name of it. Twitter will tell me in like a second. So, Mr. Seaver's son, Robin Thicke. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get him. I don't get him. I get it that he's like this R&B guy and he sings in falsetto a lot of times and all of this stuff. He made this album to try to get his wife back. He called it Paula, his wife Paula Patton, that he's loved since high school and reportedly like cheated on her. They've been together for a trillion years. And so he makes he sings about it constantly at every concert. And so he made this. You'd play some of the song, although I'll probably strangle myself because it's totally not my scene. So this video that he made for the song apparently includes like actual text messages between him and his wife where she's like, growing pains. Thank you, Greg Edger. Growing pains. I was like, family something? Growing pains. That's what it is. I can't take him seriously because I see Mr. Seaver. Growing pains. That's what it was called. So he made this. Apparently the song is like him apologizing over and over again to his wife. Please, for the love of all things holy, Paula Patton, shut this man up. I'm just. Do you ever play him on in India radio?
No,
Kane.
No, I don't. Well, it's not. I mean,
you answered so quickly.
Well, yeah, that's more along the really poppy type stuff that I wouldn't even touch.
It's super pop. It's super. I mean, I don't hear. I mean, yes, I get it. He's sad about his wife and he's singing about text messages right now, but he does not sound as grittily angry as I would like. I would prefer in my music.
Right.
And I'm just not. No, okay, I can't handle it anymore. I can't. She just needs to go back to that man and shut him up. Or he just needs to leave her be. Leave her be. I mean, what was that photo that like surfaced? He was holding some lady's butt. Where's his wife at? She put up with a lot. I get the impression that she has put up with a lot from him. Audio soundbite 24. This is what happens when a grown man tries to capture an owl in his kitchen, and it was even a baby owl. Listen.
Mr. Owl, you okay?
I want an owl. I love the way they look. They look so concerned all the time. They look super concerned. I want one.
But he was like baby talking it. Then all of a sudden it became the biggest beast on earth.
He got a Swiffer. Julia Bayers texts growing pains. Oh, thank heavens, Julia. Thank you.
Well,
I'm gonna forget it again.
I have to hear this again. The owl thing.
Wait,
Hold on.
you got to play the owl again. Play it.
Mr. Owl,
Play
you
it.
okay?
Oh my gosh. And he had a Swiffer, one of those little Swiffer things, and he
Right.
was trying to get it on the Swiffer and put it outside. Don't you like the way I love owls? I like owl. I want an eagle, a falcon,